The one where the ex-boyfriend reached out just to check in. The night air was a crisp, biting velvet pressing against the window panes with the persistent, uninvited energy of a bill collector. Outside, the street lamps cast a tired, jaundiced glow onto the pavement, illuminating the skeletal branches of an oak tree that shivered in the wind, much like your dignity did the last time you checked your joint savings account. It was a night designed for the high thread count sanctuary of your bed, a glass of something that costs more than a tank of gas, and the absolute blissful silence of a life that no longer involves explaining why being late isn't a personality trait. Everything was draped in a gorgeous, expensive piece. It was the kind of quiet that feels like a luxury, the kind of stillness that suggests you finally have your life together. That is, until the nightstand shuddered with a low, aggressive vibration that felt far too familiar.
It was a digital haunting. You didn't even have to reach for the device to know who was knocking at the door of your consciousness. You felt it in your marrow. You squinted as the screen illuminated the dark room with a clinical, blinding light, revealing the name you had long ago renamed in your contacts to a mistake I won't repeat.
And there they were, the 4 horsemen of the emotional apocalypse, glowing on the screen. You up? Just checking in, LOL. There is a profound literary irony in a man checking in at midnight when he couldn't even check the GPS to find the restaurant for your birthday dinner 2 years ago. It's a fascinating urban ecosystem, the way a man can go from needing space to find himself to needing your attention the moment he realizes the streets are cold and the women on the dating apps actually expect him to have a job with a 401k. You lay there staring at the ceiling, thinking about the audacity required to send a check-in text to a woman who currently has you blocked on every platform except for LinkedIn and the Starbucks app. You wondered what exactly he was checking on. Was he an atmospheric scientist worried about your internal pressure? Was he a structural engineer concerned about the foundation of your heart? Or was he simply sitting in a car that needs a new alternator, scrolling through his call log because the new vibe he left you for finally realized his entrepreneurial spirit was just a fancy way of saying he sells mid-grade herbal supplements out of a gym bag? It is a delicate, dark comedy, the way an ex-boyfriend can transform from a villain in your story to a concerned healthcare professional the moment he gets bored on a Tuesday night. You remember the last time he checked in. It was the great disappearing act of 2025, right after he lost his charger for an entire weekend, only to reappear on Monday morning with a tan, a new hat, and a story that had more plot holes than a block of Swiss cheese.
You remembered the way he used to look at you, with that gaze that promised a 5-course meal but delivered a lukewarm slice of gas station pizza and a "I'll get you back when my settlement clears." The LOL at the end of the text was the real insult. It's the 2-letter shield of the unrepentant. It's a tiny digital insurance policy designed to protect his ego in case you don't reply. It means, I am testing the waters, but if you reject me, I was just joking. But there is no room for just joking in a palace of peace. There is no space for lulls in a life that has been rebuilt with the bricks of his broken promises. You looked at the phone again. Another notification. I saw you out the other day. You look good. LOL. The classic maneuver, the compliment insult hybrid. He's checking in on your appearance because your growth is something his mind cannot compute. He's looking for a crack in the fortress. He's hoping you're lonely enough to mistake a text message for a transformation, but you are a scholar of the game. You know that a man checking in at 12:15 a.m. is rarely checking on your heart. He's checking to see if the door he slammed on his way out is still unlocked. There is a sacred, heavy weight in the silence of an unreplied to message. It is the sound of a woman reclaiming her time. It is the sound of a lease being terminated in the apartment complex of your mind. You visualized him sitting there, the delivered status burning a hole in his pride. He's checking his signal. He's refreshing the app. He's wondering if you're asleep or if you're finally with someone who knows that loyalty isn't just a Kendrick Lamar song.
Let him wonder. Let the mystery be the only thing he has to keep him warm tonight. You are a fortress of solitude. You are a monument to moving on. You do not need to check back in with a man who still owes you $80 for that emergency tire change in 2024. Close your eyes now. Let the blue light of the temptation fade into the dark. You are a queen in a castle, and tonight the drawbridge is up, the moat is full of alligators, and the law has been denied entry at the gate. If he truly wanted to check in, he would have sent a formal notarized apology accompanied by a bouquet of flowers and a receipt proving he finally went to therapy. Sleep now. The phone is face down. The ghost has no power here. The only thing you need to check in on is the quality of your dreams. The block is quiet. The ghosts are silenced. And you are finally free of the nonsense. Now, you need to get some sleep. Close them eyes, put on that bonnet, Vaseline them lips. You are safe with me. Good night, my little bedbugs.